Japan has found a way to make budget dragoons with dragoons banned there, which actually might lead this to being a tech choice or something that you're going to need to keep an eye on in the future. Let's dig on into this, shall we? Smash the link, grab out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So today, we're going to be focusing in on the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Now, we have 4 deck lists here that we're going to look at that are all playing Destroy Phoenix Enforcer as a sub-engine. So it's 1 level 6 or higher hero monster plus 1 Destiny hero monster. Monsters your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each hero monster card in your graveyard. So typically, it'll be 2 because you're going to have to use the 2 anyway. So that's pretty straightforward, right? You can only use each of the following effects of Destroy Phoenix Enforcer once per turn. So quick effect, all right? You can destroy both 1 card you control and 1 card your opponent controls on the field. All right, that's easy. If this card is destroyed, battle a card effect, you can activate this effect. Special summon 1 Destiny hero monster from your graveyard during the next standby phase of the next turn. So that's effectively a quick play pop on the opponent's field for an inclusion of Dasher and, well, the other list aren't playing Discommanded. This is actually the variant that's really strange. Now, the thing that I find interesting about this is Dasher has this really weird effect that nobody really remembers. So one time only, when you draw a monster card during your draw phase, while this card is in your graveyard, you can reveal and special summon it. This card must be in your graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. So what happens here, if we load up a Dasher here, we draw a combo piece during the next turn. So we go first, we set up, you know, interruption guy here. We do all the cool pops and shenanigans like that. And we come through the next turn here and, you know, we draw one of our monsters. So we can actually just, you know, reveal it off Dasher and special summon onto the field. That's pretty good, right? So, and this is a 5-card inclusion. This is basically, I've seen this in 4 lists now, 5, 6 lists now, just out of this previous weekend here, all exploring this. So, first list we're going to look at here is Despia here. So add Lithium of Despia. This is actually our new one. We just got string main phase. You can make all face-up monsters currently on the field gain attack equal to their level times 100. All right, that's easy. This card is used as material for a fusion summon from the hand or field and sent to the graveyard or banished. Target one of your Despia monsters or one of your level 8 or higher fusion monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, except for add Lithium and special summon it. So the extenders get to come back. We have triple copies of Jester here. This is the guy that on normal or special gets to add your Stigmatica spell or trap card. This good stuff here. And then on banish, you can target an effect monster opponent controls and special summon this card, blah, blah, blah. And if you do negated monsters, targeted effects. Alright, like, basically, getting the free effects on this is what you care about. Of course, we're playing Triple Alistair the Invoker. Why wouldn't we? We have 1 copy of Joy or Triple Ash. We have 1 copy of Tragedy. This is our Searcher. Then we have 1 Dasher, 1 Discommander, and the guy that extends back. We have triple copies of Maxine. Then we have 2 copies of Brandon Red. So we target 1 Despia monster or 1 Fallen of Albaz in our graveyard to your hand. So this actually gives us recurability back. And then you can fusion summon 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on your hand or field, but it cannot attack directly this turn. 1 Despia monster plus 1 light or dark monster. That's completely generic to make. I wish we could do that, but we have this 1 Despia monster plus 1 light or dark. Alright, so easy stuff. We have 2 copies of Call by the Grave. We have 1 Despia Theater, which gives us the ability to fusion summon. 1 copy of Foolish Bro. Triple copies of Fusion Destiny. Remember, this is going to be the last thing you're going to do. You should get locked into Dark Hero. Alright? We have 1 Gold Sark, 2 Invocation, 2 Meltdown, 2 Prosperity, triple copies of Discard, special summon any guy you want. We have 1 Terraforming and 2 Imperm. Extra deck down here. We have 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Artemis, 1 Bumblebong, 1 copy of Hope Harbinger with the 1 number 100, the 1 Chaos Ruler, the 1 First Dark Lords, the 1 Dragostapelia, the 2 copies of Crimson Dragon Masquerade. When you control this fusion summon card, your opponent must pay 600 light points to activate cards or effects. If your opponent controls a Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, and or Exceed monster quick effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Is that recurability? Yeah, that is. It's a Red Ice Flare Metal effect, too. We have one Makaba, one Kaliga, one Ogoides, one Phoenix Enforcer, and the one Quadratus here. Now, let's shift into some things that are a little bit more recognizable. Just kidding. This isn't that recognizable. This is actually probably going to be the new best deck. I see Japan going crazy right now for Xinjiang. But luckily, we've already covered this deck for the 12-day series here. So this is actually where your first variant comes in away from Disc Commander. All the other list here that we're going to be looking at, they're going to be playing Celestial here instead of Disc Commander. So basically, while you have no cards in your hand except the turn Scorpius into the graveyard, you can banish this card in a Destiny Hero monster. Strange, right? You can banish the Dasher that you sent, alright? And then you can draw 2 cards. So if you can unload your entire hand via comboing and leave with nothing, on the next turn you get a Celestial draw 2. Splash ability, by the way. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 1 Celestial, 1 Dasher, triple copies of Ecclesia, and we have triple copies of Long Yun, triple copies of Maxi, triple copies of Moyi, triple copies of Taie, and then we have 1 Arahara, 2 copies of Ashuna, 1 Vishuda with 2 Called by the Grave, 2 Crossout Designator, triple Fusion Destiny, 1 Harvey's Feather Duster, 2 Prosperity, triple copies of the Dragon Sword Appears with 1 Spiritual Peak, and we have 2 Imperm and 1 copy of Sudden Shift. Extract down here, we have 1 Shaman, 1 Verte, 2 Monk of the Tenyi with 1 Yazi, 1 Omega, 1 Draco Berserker, 2 copies of Chizao, 1 Chang Ying, and then we have 2 Boxia, 1 Barondess, 1 Dragite, and 1 copy of, once again, Destroy Phoenix. Side deck here, we have 2 Lancia, 1 Scythe, 1 Pankratops, 2 Nibiru, 2 copies of Dark Ruler, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Twin, triple Sanctum, with 1 Imperial Order. These all kind of like Xinjiang decks all look alike in terms of deck build. Next up here, look at this. It's just Dogmatica, Alistair the deck, but once again, there's that Fusion Destiny package. Alright, this went 7-1 at an event, actually. This is actually relevant to the metagame. So we have triple copies of Alistair the Invoker, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Hey, look, it's draw 2 guy. Banishing to draw 2, by the way. I still can't believe they made that. 1 Dasher, triple Ecclesia. We have 1 Fleur-de-Lis, 1 Maximus, 2 Effect Veiler, triple copies of Maxi, 2 copies of Call by the Grave, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, triple Fusion Destiny, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Invocation, 2 Magical Meltdown, 1 Nadir, 2 Prosperity, 1 Terraforming, 2 Punishment, triple Infinite Permanence, and 2 copies of Psalms to right here. Extra deck here. Look, we have 5 Hidden Link Dragon for Punishment, 1 Artemis, 1 copy of Wind Pegasus, 1 Omega, 2 copies of Titanclad, 1 copy of Predaplant Chimera Phlegia, 1 Raijin, 1 Purgatrio, 2 Makaba, 1 Ogoides, 2 Anintis, and 1 copy of the Phoenix Enforcer here, wrapping up this list. Like I said, you have to be a little bit careful here because this does lock you into only being able to special summon, hero monsters. So you won't be able to do full shenanigans with Ecclesia, depending on how you open. But budget Dragoon, the card. Now the list is going to put a lot of people on tilt here. This went 6-2 at an event recently. This is Tri-Brigade here. But guess what? Fusion Destiny. So the cool thing that we have found out with Mr. Phoenix Enforcer is you can destroy both 1 card you control and 1 card on the field. So what if we make Bear Broom, pop the Bear Broom, search for the Revolt, our Phoenix comes back, and we have the Revolt loaded up. Your trade-off is you don't get to make crazy boards because once you're resolving this, you're literally on a dual-edge lock here. Alright, at most you'll be able to Shirag with Phoenix Enforcer. That's 2 interruptions to the opponent's turn. We're not even going to talk about the shenanigans that they're doing on the side there, but that's a story for another day. So triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 1 Celestial, 1 Dasher, triple copies of Maxi, 2 copies of Nemesis Corridor, 2 Gamma, triple copies of Rescue Cat, triple copies of Frogdoll, 2 copies of Karis, triple copies of Tri-Brigade Kit, triple copies of Nerval, 1 copy of Cyframe Driver, 2 copies of Call by the Grave, 2 copies of Crossout Designator, 2 copies of Tenki, triple Fusion Destiny, the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Imperm, triple copies of Revolt. And then we have 2 copies of Shirag, 1 Rugal, 1 Frigid, 1 copy of Bear Broom, 1 Almirage, 1 Verte, the 1 Desperate Doom Eagle, 1 Apollosa, 1 Double Dragon Lords, 1 Access Code, 1 Centaria, 1 Sky Thunder, 1 Colossus, and the 1 Phoenix Enforcer. Then we have 2 Lancia, 1 Pankratops, 2 Droll and Lockbird, 2 Nibiru, 2 Droplet, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Raigeki, 1 Twin Twister, 1 Imperm, or excuse me, 1 Imperial Order, and the 1 Anti-Spell. Wrapping up this chunk of info for you guys. So, Budget Dragoon. Should you focus on picking up a Fusion Destiny, a Celestial, and a Dasher? I would give some consideration to it. I know we're a couple months off from seeing Phoenix Enforcer here, but when we see metagame trends like this kind of develop, it's definitely worth taking a note of and exploring, is this what I want? So guys, please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Smash it, love and crap, smash it! Alright? And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.